See GoMichigan.com, Cornerstone Alliance.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. After seeing the cost of proposed improvements at Whirlpool Centennial Park more than double, the city of St. Joseph has approved another $40,000 to redesign their plan for amenities and a new pump house. In pursuit of a $345,000 state grant, the city had planned to add a new pump house building, public restrooms, changing rooms, a live roof, and other design features near the Whirlpool Compass Fountain. The city saw initial estimates that put the project cost at about $690,000, but to the city's surprise, the bids to build the vision have come in at around $1.7 million, more than double the original estimate. The Parks Department has scaled back the design to reduce costs by at least $500,000, but the installation will look dramatically different, officials say. The additional $40,000 the City Commission approved last night will pay to redesign and re-engineer the project to a price tag somewhere under $1 million. Twice a year, the local electricity transmission company, ITC, performs visual inspections on their power lines to make sure they're in good shape. The inspection involves helicopter crews that fly at low altitude near power lines and look for damaged or worn equipment and vegetation hazards. Originally, the helicopters were supposed to be flying this week in Berrien and Cass counties, but due to a change in the weather forecast, the county residents will not see or hear the helicopters until next week. ITC company spokesman Andrew Johnson says the inspections are routine. They try to do them twice a year.
In the spring, we do it before growing season, the fall after the growing season. And it's our role to inspect every mile possible from the air, which if there's any damage, then we can send that to a crew on the ground who can inspect it a little bit closer and make any necessary repairs.
In total, the inspections will cover 70 counties in Michigan, and they are slated to take place through mid-October. Van Buren County 4-H is trying out a new event this year. It's called Tractor, Truck, or Treat. Denise Noble with the Van Buren Voyagers 4-H Club says she saw another group combining farm equipment with handing out treats in the Halloween season, and she thought that they would try it too.
We have access to the fairgrounds over in Hartford, so we have a ton of space to just bring in all kinds of big equipment, semi-trucks, tractors, excavators, whatever it may be. And we said, let's do this. I think we can do this. It's a wonderful way to promote 4-H.
Noble says it's not just tractors and big trucks. The event will feature other equipment that's vital to agricultural production.
We're pretty excited to see what people can come up with and how they're going to decorate their vehicles and stuff like that. We have one group that's bringing, I know, a propane tank that they're going to dress up like a pig.
The overall effort is to promote awareness and interest in agriculture and the local 4-H. The Tractor, Truck, or Treat happens at the Van Buren County Fairgrounds in Hartford, Saturday, October 7 from 1 to 5 p.m. There's no cost to attend. It's open to the public. And for more information, you can check out their page on Facebook.
I love that. I love the pig propane tank.
Why not?
That sounds like a genius idea.
Right? It does sound fun.
So if anybody has a propane tank sitting outside of their house and they want to decorate it, just on a regular basis, I'd rather have that than drive by a house and see just a regular old propane tank. I want to see a pig.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So
also, one last item here. Up north, toll rates are set to increase in the UP due to a weaker Canadian dollar. Sault Ste. Marie Bridge Authority approved a 10-cent increase between Canada and the United States at the International Bridge.
Okay.
It starts this weekend. Starting this weekend, October 1, passenger vehicle fare will go from $4 to $4.10. Talk about convenience.
$4.10?
The commercial rate increases to 25 cents per axle. On the Canadian currency side, that rate will be $5.50.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. So if you're going to take the International Bridge, put some extra coins in your ashtray.
Do you do that?
No, I hate that.
You don't have the little section in your
exact change. People frustrate me to no end.
Oh man.
Just pay the thing with electric and go.
Yeah, I went did the fast food drive. I went to drive through a drive-through and I paid and it was like 55 cents.
Right.
And I was like, no, just give you 20. Just take whatever out. But the guy thought I was going to give him change.
Oh.
And he had his hand out. And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
no change, man. But then he handed it to me in such a weird way
Oh,
where it was
no.
like, here's the bills and the receipt. But then right in the middle, I'm just going to tuck a couple of coins in there. And you know what ended up happening?
You spilled
As
it
soon
all
as I
over
got
the
it,
place.
they fell out the window.
Yeah.
And I opened the door and reached down in the filth that is right by the,
Ew.
yeah.
But they do that on purpose. I'm convinced they they do that on purpose. They hope you're going to drop all the money. It's like, you guys pick it up, and they run out and get it.
I would have rather him just been like, take my money and just throw it up in the air. Come on, man.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
All right, coming up here in just a little while, we'll catch up with our friends from United Way of Southwest Michigan, tell you how you can be a part of Rake a Difference that's coming up here very soon. So we'll do that, plus catch up with Dave Wolf of sports. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the nation and around the world with ABC News.
President Biden will be on the picket line today, marching alongside members of the UAW who are on strike against Detroit's big three automakers. Biden will be at a Ford assembly plant in Wayne, Michigan. Former President Donald Trump will be at the same plant tomorrow. Members of the Writers Guild voting this week on whether to ratify the agreement that their negotiating committee reached with Hollywood studios. The actor walkout continues. Families from the fire-ravaged city of Lahaina on Maui were this week allowed back to see what's left of their homes. ABC's Mola Lengi is there.
It's the first of several neighborhoods that will open up over the next few weeks to residents, allowing them to go in and, in most cases, see and put eyes on what's left of their homes and their properties for the first time, be able to see it firsthand. In most cases, there really isn't anything left.
Washington, D.C. and the whole country watching and waiting, bracing for a government shutdown without a short-term spending plan in place this week. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Your sports update on the morning show is brought to you by True Blue Financial. Independent, uncomplicated, dedicated.
A pair of Monday Night Football games to close out Week 3 of the NFL schedule, and we got a rematch of Super Bowl 56 2 seasons ago with the LA Rams at Cincinnati, and once again the home team got the win as Cincinnati beat the Rams 19-16. The Bengals, wearing all white, got 259 yards passing from a hobbled Joe Burrow, and Joe Mixon had a 14-yard touchdown run in the third quarter. Former Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford threw 2 interceptions and was sacked 6 times. The Rams fall to 1-2. In Tampa, last year's Super Bowl runner-up, Philadelphia, got a touchdown pass and a run from Jalen Hurts as the Eagles beat the Buccaneers 25-11 in the second Monday Night Football game. Philadelphia is now 3-0, the first time the Eagles have gone 3-0 in back-to-back seasons since 92-93. Week 4 starts on Thursday with the Lions at Green Bay. One final break before baseball heads into the final week for the Tigers, White Sox, and the Cubs. All 3 were off last night. Tonight, the Tigers begin their last homestand of the year as they begin a 3-game series against Kansas City at Comerica Park at 6:40. The pregame show on Newstalk Sports 94.9 WSJM is at 6:15. The Cubs, who have a 1-game lead in the wildcard spot, open up a 3-game series.
Hope everybody's having a good morning. Thanks for joining us on our live stream. How about those Tigers? They're just about done.
They are just about done.
Yeah, they've got. I think the rest of them, rest of the games are at home.
Remember the good old days when we used to say, and you used to say consistently, that it's a long season.
It's a long season.
Only just begun.
It's only just well, it is a long season, and you even realize it too when we're in this final stretch of the season, because Tigers they've been okay. They've been playing okay lately, winning some series, which is good. They're developing and bringing up some of their young talent to kind of see what they can do and give them some real game time. But I noticed too, I was talking with a buddy of mine about the Chicago Cubs and how they had like a 13-game, I think out of like the last 15 games, they lost 13 of them. And they're still in the playoff hunt. Like that's where it shows that there's a long season, 162 games. Wow. It's okay sometimes to have a losing streak.
Yeah.
Because you can still be in the hunt. But baseball's been weird lately. There's a lot of teams that have just there's been teams that have just dominated.
Yeah.
And then there's all these teams that have not been playing all that well that are still in the hunt for the things. I mean, you got like pretty much Atlanta Braves. They about by the All-Star break, they were like, yeah, we're going to be in the playoffs. Like there's no chance anybody's going to catch us. Same thing with Baltimore Orioles were another team that was like, oh, Yeah, they're untouchable right now.
Are the Yankees still in the running?
No.
Are they still in the basement? They're not good?
Yankees and Red Sox both?
Oh, the Red Sox too?
Yeah, they're towards the absolute bottom.
No, they are. They're on the bottom. Yeah, so it goes, let's see, Orioles, Rays, Blue Jays, Yankees, Red Sox in the AL East.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. I like the Red Sox.
Yeah. Doesn't your son like the Yankees?
He loves the Yankees, and we
You don't know
we
why.
disagree on that. I do know why, because he's a contrarian.
But why do you like the Red Sox?
Because my lineage comes from Boston.
Okay.
I graduated from Boston University.
Okay.
My grandfather graduated from Boston University. If you know the campus there, it's right across the street from Fenway.
There you go.
So
you went to a lot of games,
no,
I'm sure.
I went to 0 games.
Oh, really? You were that close to Fenway Park and you didn't go?
I finished my college degree when I was working in Washington, D.C., and Boston University had a program where I could do it remotely.
Oh.
So I did.
Wait, they had computers when you went to college?
They had.
That's news to me.
It was a horseback thing. It went back and forth.
It's one of those big suitcase computers that you had to lug around.
No, we just put the assignments on the horse in a tube on the horse, and it went back and forth.
All right, we got to talk with our friends from United Way Southwest Michigan here in a little bit, so I got to answer the phone.
Cloudy skies today. We are talking rain showers. Showers and thunderstorms becoming more numerous, though, this afternoon and this evening with a high of 75. Along the lakeshore, a little bit cooler. Cloudy skies tonight. We'll still see rain tonight. We drop to 60. And then for tomorrow, we stay with the rain showers. High temperatures will only be in the upper 60s and low 70s. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
This is Chokwe Pitchford, Berrien County Commissioner. You're listening to The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken, WSJM.
You know, we're looking for some bold women of business. If you know somebody that's doing some great things in our community, simply go to moodyonthemarket.com. Those signups, you got to do that. Or I guess nominations, that is. That's the word I'm looking for. Right there at moodyonthemarket.com. You have until October 1st, which is what, Sunday?
Yep.
So you have until Sunday to make that nomination. So please do that. Time to check in with our friends from United Way of Southwest Michigan. We got Debbie on the phone from United Way. How are you, Debbie? Yeah, very excited to talk with you, Debbie Ramirez. She is the Volunteer Engagement Director at United Way of Southwest Michigan. Always looking for volunteers for a ton of different things. But what we're going to talk about today is probably one of the biggest events of the year, and that is Rake a Difference. Tell me a little bit about what Rake a Difference is and why you guys do it, Debbie. because you need the volunteers because there's the need for the help has increased. You get a lot of signups from area seniors, right? Now, it's certainly a great thing to be helping our area seniors and doing this when they need a hand. Why do you have this kind of concerted effort to help these seniors? If you didn't have an event like this, what would our area seniors do? Yeah, and it's a good team building thing as well for your your church organization, your team if you're part of like a sports team or something like that or church group, but also for businesses to be able to come together and say, "Hey, this is a great team building thing." And you guys do a fantastic job of providing so many different resources from the gloves to the leaf bags. Pretty much you just need to show up with the will to help and a rake. And you guys provide a lot of the other stuff. Yep. Or ladder. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I will say, Debbie, I've signed up and been a part of Rake a Difference for many years, and it's if I can get through it, it's not that complicated. It's definitely easy. You can you if I can handle it, you can handle it. But like you said, it is important for the volunteers to sign up sooner rather than later because that also helps you guys coordinate and figure out which seniors you're going to be able to help in which areas because you have where if you are volunteering as a group, you can kind of say, well, I'd love to be in, this region because this is where, maybe our company's based and we'd like to serve those people within that community, but it also helps you kind of coordinate who you can and can't help. But also it's important for seniors to sign up as well. If I'm a senior listening right now and say, you know what, this sounds like a really great thing. I'd love to be a part of this because I'm not able to do that yard work that I've been wanting to do. I need some help. How can a, senior citizen sign up for Rake a Difference Day? Okay. Sure. We're talking with Debbie Ramirez, the Volunteer Engagement Director at United Way of Southwest Michigan, about Rake a Difference Day. Now, if we want to volunteer and be a part of this, set up a team or whatever, simply go to your website, right? Yeah.
Videos because that'll help you walk step by step through that registration process.
Now,
But
Deb,
yeah, athletic teams, National Honor Societies, church groups, like you said, service groups, businesses, family groups, right? Everybody, just come out in teams and help support these seniors.
and you want to give any shout outs to some of the great sponsors and people that helped organize this whole thing?
Our sponsors are amazing. We just absolutely love them. We can't do it without them or the volunteers. But AEP Foundation, Whirlpool Corporation, Boss Services, French Paper Company, Honor Credit Union, Silver Beach Pizza, and then we have Connexus, Midwest Energy and Communications, Sturgis Bank, Andrews University, Kemner Benz Agency, Niles Precision Company, Gravitron, and Vail Rubber Works. We love you all so much. Thank you for supporting this amazing event and the seniors in Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren County.
Well, Debbie, thank you and your entire team for helping coordinate all this stuff, because I know you said it's a big undertaking for the entire community, especially you guys as well. But thank you so much for telling me all about it. Let's get as many volunteers as we can for Rake a Difference Day. But thank you, Debbie, for spending some time with me and telling me about it.
Thanks so much.
Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll catch you up with news, sports, and your Bloomberg Market Minute. That's all next. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Just as the roots of a mighty oak run deep, Sturgis Bank is committed to seeing our hometowns flourish. We'll help you buy a home, start a business, or expand your company. Our commitment to local decision-making shows our wholehearted investment in the places we call home, like no other banking institution. Experience the Sturgis Bank difference. Highly personal service, long-time community support, and a desire to do right by the people we serve. Visit SturgisBank.com to learn more.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Water safety tips are presented by Midwest Family and the Town Crier Wire local news app.
Nature lovers and sightseers enjoy a peaceful walk on the pier. Built for ship navigation, they're often used for recreation. And if you plan to stroll up here, the Army Corps of Engineers.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Hello.
Got all kinds of things going on. You left at one point.
Well, I know you were talking with United Way, and they had a lot of good information to share about Rake a Difference. It made me think like, oh, I should go outside and see what it's like.
There you go.
And I did. and it feels like rain.
Are the leaves falling already?
The leaves were not falling. I looked to rake, but there were no leaves down.
Yeah.
They all fall like all at once.
My neighbor's backyard, like it just all of a sudden there was like this big pile of leaves. So I don't know if something was going on up there. Yeah, they had like a day, and all of a sudden there was just this pile. I don't know if there's a bunch of birds and things going on.
Do you have trees in your yard?
I have one big tree in my backyard, but I get a lot of. I have a neighbor across my street that has a big oak tree.
Yeah.
And it's annoying because oak leaves are so much different. There's so much work, and they don't break down.
No.
Like all the maple leaves and things like that, they break down. So if you put them in a compost pile or something like that, breaks down pretty easily.
Yeah.
Oak, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah. We have one of those, what would you call it? A transitory yard? We have no trees.
No trees.
But we're surrounded by trees.
So you get everybody else.
We get everyone else's leaves.
Now,
tree debris.
What do you do in that instance? Are you responsible for those leaves, or are they responsible?
I just pile them up and I put them back in the neighbor's yard.
I would.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah, I would. It's like, hey, you put this in
It's
my
your
backyard.
tree, you
your
grew it.
tree. Yeah. Yeah. When we moved into the house, actually, after about a year of living there, they ended up next door getting rid of 2 trees.
Oh.
So that changed the whole thing as far as not only where the sunlight's coming in at, but also how many leaves we're going to have to deal with. So we don't have as many.
Yeah.
But man, that first fall, oof, that was a lot of leaves. So
it's probably darker too.
Yeah.
In your area.
It was darker.
We have one of our neighbors, they have a tree and they have the leaves on the tree have the little bumps. You ever seen that?
Mm-hmm.
And those are little bugs inside there.
Oh, yeah.
And they produce some sort of toxin that is a skin irritant.
Oh, great.
And those just for the last couple of years have just been falling in our yard. I don't know if we should do something about it or if he should.
I don't know.
But,
I think you should just pile them up and put them in his driveway.
We know not to touch those leaves because they're just very irritating.
Jeez.
To the skin.
That's irritating that they showed up in your yard.
Yeah.
Man.
Angry about it.
All right. Well, I was just getting this comment from Dawn.
Uh-oh.
She says her power is out in St. Joseph Township in Lincoln and Ansley area.
Oh, we'll have to check that out.
Yeah, we will have to check that out. And if you happen to miss any part of our conversation with Debbie Ramirez about that Rake a Difference Day that's coming up here in November, you can check out the podcast section a little bit later on this morning at WSJM.com. We'll try to get that up there a little after 8 o'clock because that is a big event that you should be a part of. And they do need, like they said, a lot of volunteers for that event. So if you want to be a part of Rake a Difference Day, I've been a part of Rake a Difference Day for 3 or 4 years now. And it's a good one. I'm actually the team leader. So
really,
if you want to be on my team,
what kind of rake
Lundberg,
do you have?
I got a couple of them. Do I have to have a certain rake to be team leader?
Do you remember the old wire stick ones?
Yeah,
they have the wire things.
Those are my favorite.
They don't rake anything.
Oh yeah, they do.
They just, especially like the honey locust leaves, they just pop and they just fly. You never rake them.
Yeah,
I like the big plastic ones that just woof.
See, I like the metal.
Oh,
the metal rakes, they get the stuff better. They get it out. The stuff that's been sticking in there, they get it out. So I don't know. Yeah,
I am seeing some power outages.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about that.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Good morning. Right about 7:30 today. Going to be a decent day, but we do have some storms on the way. 50-50 chance for that. High 75 later tonight. 60% chance of rain and storms. Low down to 60. Then tomorrow, we're looking at some of the same stuff. Clouds and some rain and storms with a high of 70. And you were just outside and seems a little rainy.
No, it feels like rain.
Feels like rain?
But it seems like there's a high moisture content in the air, at least from my feel, and clear skies above. But you want to talk about the power outage?
Yeah, we just got a comment on our live stream. So by the way, if you're ever watching our live stream and you have something going on, whether it's commenting on the conversation or you want to, throw something in there, a topic of something, Dawn on our Facebook page says that her power was out power may still be out in St. Joseph Township in Lincoln and Ansley area. So what we got more?
Looking at Indiana, Michigan power outage reports, and we're seeing at least a couple thousand people south of St. Joseph, south of Fairplain, and all the way down to about midway down towards Stevensville, not in Stevensville, but toward there, seeing at least a couple thousand people without power. Now, the current estimated restoration looks like it might be around noon.
Oh, wow.
Today.
Do they know the cause? Was it?
I've got nothing more than what I just said. It's just we'll call for some more information, but it looks like an isolated incident just south of, again, St. Joseph proper, so in the township area, all the way down to about Glenlord.
Okay.
Yeah, so they've got a couple thousand folks without power. So we'll check into that and find out if we can find out a cause.
I over the weekend actually there was power out in like all of Niles because somebody ran into a pole
and
knocked it out. So
yeah,
hopefully it's not something like that. Maybe it's squirrels.
Could be.
It could be squirrels getting into the substation.
Mm.
Who knows? We will look into that, but let's find out what else is going on in the news.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg, and as we were just talking about, checking into the reports of a power outage down in St. Joseph Township, getting some interesting information on the map, the outage map. They said some of it might be cleared up. So we'll keep a tab on that one. But if you're traveling in the area of St. Joe Township toward Stevensville, toward Glenlord, there may be a power outage, and they may be working to turn the switch back on as we speak. Other news that we're following this morning, Michigan State Police Major Crimes Unit was busy in our area over the weekend. You may have noticed or heard a lot of overhead helicopter traffic. That was part of a Michigan State Police operation. We'll tell you more about that at 7 o'clock. The St. Joseph City Commission delayed action again, refusing to take a vote on whether to sell the Curious Kids Museum property to the museum operators. Museum operators have offered $500,000, but the city wants to retain first right of refusal if the museum eventually goes in a different direction. And if you're in downtown Watervliet this weekend, you might notice the mayor, the school superintendent, and others sitting on the roof of Mr. Clean's. It's a fundraising effort for Amanda Goss and her family. Event organizer Angie Roberts tells us that Amanda has been battling cancer for 9 years. It's taken an emotional toll for sure, and a financial toll on the family. So they're holding a fundraiser this weekend. We'll have more details for you on that at 7 o'clock. Also, you can check out our website now for that story at WSJM.com. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
All right, lots of other things to get to. We'll catch you up with sports. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the state with the Michigan News Network.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher. President Joe Biden will be visiting striking workers on the picket line in Metro Detroit today. Former President Donald Trump will speak with auto workers Wednesday night in Macomb County. Ford has announced it's pausing work on the construction of an electric vehicle plant in Marshall, east of Battle Creek. The site was poised to bring 2,500 jobs, but many oppose the massive $1.7 billion subsidies and tax incentives, as well as concerns of ties to a Chinese company.
Yeah, still looking into this this power outage thing. Dawn on our Facebook page said, curious if it might be related to the road construction on Niles Road. Not sure if that's possible, but maybe they hit something.
Yeah,
when they were working on things.
I wonder if Dawn has power back yet.
Yeah,
Dawn,
Dawn,
do you have power back yet? Because we're looking at the outage updates here from I&M, and they are now reporting that they've restored power. So we just want to confirm that.
Okay. Because it went from like 3,000 people without power, and then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, we're good.
Yeah.
So
got it back on. Yeah. So
somebody bumped the switch.
forgot to flip it over to daytime.
Forgot to pay the bill. No, that's not a thing.
No.
All right. Yeah, Dawn has not commented back just yet.
That's fine. Maybe her power's out.
I was surprised to see the power outage because, when we know storms haven't shown up yet, usually it's after the storm, but it could be anything. Could be a squirrel.
I wonder, does that happen?
Yeah.
Squirrels?
Oh, yeah.
Take out power?
Squirrels will take out a power, and they will tell you after the fact. They won't just like send you a text message and say, yep, squirrel got in the substation again. No, but I've talked to people before, and they said, oh, yeah, a squirrel can totally wipe out the whole entire thing. If the squirrel gets in that wrong spot, while it's going across the wires,
very wrong spot.
Yeah, it could totally mess things up.
Huh?
Yeah. So you got to watch out for those squirrels.
That's interesting
because they don't care. They're just like, you know what? Shortest distance between 2 points. I'm going to go across this wire. And I'm going to go across that thing. I'll be fine, right? Yeah.
Have you noticed the smaller squirrels? What are they? The red squirrels or whatever?
Oh, the little fast ones?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've noticed a lot more of those this year.
I've seen more black squirrels.
Really?
I haven't seen as many of the little red ones.
Okay.
But
I feel like they've proliferated in the last couple of years.
The black squirrels in my backyard are mean.
Uh-oh. Are they going after Plinko?
No, but they taunt him.
Oh.
So they'll just like hang out on the pole. They'll be like, Yeah. The black squirrels, yeah, they'll be a little bit mean. The brown squirrels, they're huge.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen some squirrels this year that are just like the size of my dog. I mean, he's small, he's 8 pounds, but still pretty good sized squirrel. But yeah, the little red squirrels, those are cute.
Yeah, they are cute.
But they are fast.
And they make noise.
Yeah.
They all make noise. It's fun.
Yeah. Lots of other things going on that you should know about. It's been a busy news day.
I tell you. Well, we haven't talked about the harvest moon, so we should talk about that at some point. Marijuana testing is going to get even, less frequent at the state level. So
Yeah, that was interesting. You showed me the headline for that. So
we can talk about that.
That's some big news.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on. We've covered sports related stuff. Man, I swear we were talking about this yesterday about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yes.
As soon as I left yesterday, just from basically Sunday all the way into Monday.
Yeah.
All of my news feed was just Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Every news outlet, everywhere, every radio station all across the United States was talking about that relationship.
Yeah.
Which we don't even know if it's a relationship. It could have literally been him saying, hey, you should come see this game. Hey, let's hang out. It could just be like, let's go on a date and see what happens.
Do you think he surprised her with not only the ticket to the suite, but that his mom was there?
I wonder if he said, my mom's going to be there.
Hey, or maybe he said, hey, come join me at the game. Here's a free ticket.
Right.
You'll be sitting next to a special guest. Wink, wink.
Which I will say, I was watching the Tampa Bay and Philadelphia Eagles game.
Right.
And I was expecting, because Travis Kelce's brother, Jason Kelce, is the starting center for that team for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I thought, all right, the Chiefs, they played yesterday. There's a good chance, because I know Taylor Swift is an Eagles fan.
Oh.
Is there a chance she shows up at the game with Travis Kelce? So I was watching the game just to see if that happened.
I thought you were going to say that Taylor was just using one brother to go date the other brother.
No, the other brother's married and has 3 kids.
All right,
no,
all right.
It's the fact that maybe she could just be friends with the older brother. Or yeah, 'cause she's like just getting to him so that she will be able to go to all the Eagles behind the scenes stuff, like get into the suite over there in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Well, Taylor's been known to write her songs about her personal relationships.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she'll start writing about football.
Yeah, we'll see.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, Jocelyn was saying that to me. She's like, yeah, wasn't she a cheerleader when she was in high school? I was like, no, her friend was the cheer captain and she was on the bleachers.
Oh,
duh. It's in the song. Come on. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers.
Which song is that?
It's one of her first songs.
It's not like Shake It Off or anything.
You Belong to Me.
Oh.
Yeah, that song.
That's cute.
Yeah.
See, you're a Taylor Swift fan.
No, I'm just a radio person that's been playing Taylor Swift songs for the last 15 years.
She's amazing. She's really good.
And that's the thing, is like her career has been this long and she's only like what, mid 30s?
Yeah.
Not even low. I think she's like 33 or something like that.
Let's see.
It's crazy. She's selling out all these arenas. It's just it's ridiculous.
33.
33. That's what that.
Wow.
Why I know this stuff. The amount of knowledge I have about just random stuff. If you ever need me for trivia night, I can help you out.
Oh boy.
You need me to take a test? Probably not going to do very well. Unless it's a test on just random stuff. All right. Well, we got a lot to get to here. We'll get back to the show on the radio here in just a moment. But if anybody else dealing with, we know we pretty much figured out, not yet from Dawn, about the power issue, but
Looks
it
like
seems like they
on.
got it back on.
Yeah.
But anything else that you guys see in the news, whether you're noticing stuff that we should know about, we always love the news tips. You can do that. How can we easily do news tips? For if we have actually news related things?
Yeah, just
what do
send
we
it to
do?
News.
Just send it to news.
News at WSJM.com.
I'm going to write a letter.
Address it to news.
And it's just going to be addressed to news and that's it. And then we'll see if it ends up coming to us. But news@WSJM.com is a great way for you to send that stuff. I believe you can do that through the app as well. But thank you so much for those of you watching. We already got 40 minutes in. Look at that.
That's good.
Man.
That's
we're
good.
putting in the YouTube times.
Yeah. YouTube wants us to put in time, so that's what we're doing here.
All right.
Yeah.
We're putting in great time
and we're enjoying
it. Quality award-winning information. Look at that. We got another award just now.
Wow.
They just keep coming.
When is Facebook going to give us an award?
I don't know. Do you get awards from Facebook?
Sure, why
'Cause
not?
I know YouTube throws out all kinds of money and awards and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, the
Facebook
little platinum
doesn't-
belt buckle or whatever
Yeah.
they send around.
Facebook doesn't do that.
We can do that.
Yeah. Let's lobby Zuckerberg to give us some sort of trophy or something. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the weather here.
You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
WSJM Weather You Can Depend On is sponsored by Boss Services, raising the standard for heating, cooling, and electrical in Southwest Michigan. Boss Services.
Cloudy skies today. We are talking rain showers. Showers and thunderstorms becoming more numerous, though, this afternoon and this evening with a high of 75. Along the lakeshore, a little bit cooler. Cloudy skies tonight. We'll still see rain tonight. We drop to 60. And then for tomorrow, we stay with the rain showers. High temperatures will only be in the upper 60s and low 70s. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Good morning. You can be part of the show anytime. You can call 925-WSJM. You can email let's talk at WSJM.com. You can find us live streaming now on our Facebook and our YouTube and on X.com. You may have been looking up in the sky and realizing, man, that moon is really bright.
So pretty.
What is going on? It was very bright last night.
Yes.
Let the dog out, and I was like, man, I don't even need a flashlight or anything like that. I can see everything. But we're soon. We've had what do we've had? We've had the sturgeon moon.
Yep.
We've had the
blue moon,
the blue moon,
super blue moon,
and then now we have, which is my favorite of the moons,
the Neapolitan moon.
We did have a Neapolitan moon, didn't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like 3 colors, and I only wanted
strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. And
I only wanted the strawberry. But that's hard to get to.
You can't have just the strawberry.
I used to just do the strawberry, and my brothers used to hate it because all of a sudden the box just had the vanilla and the chocolate. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I just wanted the strawberry.
It's no longer Neapolitan then.
Yeah, but we have a waxing gibbous right now, and that is soon to be waxing into.
Can you take something for that?
Yeah.
To get rid of that?
Yeah, you haven't seen those commercials. If you have side effects may include a waxing gibbous. It is waxing into a harvest moon, which is my favorite of the moons. That will be coming up here,
Friday?
Friday?
Yep. Friday, September 29, harvest moon will be joined in the sky by our solar system's 2 largest planets, Jupiter and Saturn, and its smallest planet, Mercury.
Smallest planet. Nice.
Yeah, September's full moon, known as the harvest moon, rises Friday, September 29th. This one is a special one. It's the 4th successive supermoon of 2023, and it's also the final supermoon of the year, marking the end of a very supermoon summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Supermoon summer, not to be confused with hot girl summer. Right?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. I'll explain it.
Okay.
The kids know. The kids know what I'm talking about. Just ask your kids what that is. Does the moon affect your sleep? Because I know Jocelyn, she's very in tune with the moon, and she'll do like the full moon bath.
Really?
You never done a full moon bath?
I do not know what this is.
On the night of a full moon, you're supposed to take a bath.
Really?
And that's supposed to, I don't know what it's supposed to do, but it's supposed to be cool and good for you.
Huh.
So take a full moon bath.
Okay.
On this full moon.
See, I always just hide in the cave during full moon so that I don't go out and, do werewolf things.
Yeah, right.
That's
exactly.
what I do. No.
Speaking of kids these days,
Right.
I don't know if you saw this on TikTok. Some influencers said that they have a key to happier marriage, and it's the Scandinavian sleep method.
Huh.
All it is 2 blankets instead of 1.
Oh, okay.
So instead of one full king or queen comforter, you have two twins. And sleep experts say that it helps couples who sleep at different body temperatures and cuts down on the blanket stealing.
I thought you said two blankets, and I was thinking gravity blanket, like additional weight.
Oh,
but
like
you're
the
saying
weighted
two
blanket.
separate.
No, it's two separate.
Two separate, so that when the partner moves, you don't get disturbed.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you don't steal it from the other person. And if
why is that Scandinavian?
I don't know.
Okay.
Scandinavians, they know what they're doing, I guess.
mean, they pack fish like sardines. Maybe that's it.
That's possible.
Okay.
I like the idea of the two blanket things because I get colder certain times of the year. Like I'll get hotter in the summer and colder in the winter than besides Jocelyn. It'll fluctuate. Her temperature's different.
Where's Plinko?
Plinko's right in the middle.
He's on the bed?
Yeah, he's in the middle.
If you have two blankets, though, where does he go? Does he get lost in the middle?
I don't know because he's been like close to me lately. Okay. And then some days he'll go to Jocelyn. So I don't know.
Okay. That's interesting.
And I like the two blanket idea because sometimes what ends up happening is she'll roll over and then I'll roll over and then it creates this sort of like trampoline and Plinko will be in the middle and I'll just violently flip over and all of a sudden he just goes right in the air.
That's
and bounces back and he gets really grumpy. And I wonder why he's grumpy the next day.
Yeah.
Other things going on in the news. You showed me a headline that I think is pretty big because this is one thing that's been in question since the legalization of marijuana in some of the states in the United States is that, all right, okay, that's fine. But what about when it comes to jobs? Because certain jobs can say, all right, you still have to take a drug test and marijuana is still on the list. But big headline coming from government jobs.
October is just around the corner, happens on Sunday, marks the end of drug tests probing for marijuana use among some of the government's tens of thousands of employees. So this is state of Michigan workers. Many tens of thousands will no longer be tested for marijuana as a condition of employment.
Wow.
Yeah, this follows a summertime vote by members of the Michigan Civil Service Commission who unanimously agreed to remove marijuana from the pre-employment drug testing protocol. And the state policy kicks in at the beginning of the month. Employees who work in law enforcement, those whose jobs are dependent upon operating vehicles, those who provide health care, or those who work with prisoners, still subject to the cannabis testing.
Okay.
Before being hired. So if you're in one of those things where, you're operating heavy equipment or you've got some bad people around you or you're supposed to arrest people, no marijuana. But everyone else seems like the marijuana test is going away.
Now, would they still, it's not for employment hiring, but if they suspect, hey, you can't just go
Don't do it on the job.
You just can't just go to work. Yeah, you can't just go to work and
do
be like,
not think you can go to work high.
Yeah, that's not a thing. And and I'm sure they could be like, hey, we suspect that we're gonna give you.
Yeah,
a drug
you show
test.
up loud, they're gonna get you.
Right. So, but that's interesting. Since October 1st?
October 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, any job openings in the government?
Oh dear.
Hey, man. All right. Well, that's good news.
And even those who were barred from employment previously because they tested positive for marijuana, they get another shot at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is some big news.
Yeah, it's nice.
We'll get you some other news as well from moodyonthemarket.com here in just a few minutes. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action. Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Attention golf fans and community supporters, the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship is back in 2024 at Harbor Shores Golf Club in Benton Harbor, Michigan. If you enjoy watching major championship golf or just want to support one of Southwest Michigan's largest events, we have an exciting opportunity for you. Come join us as a volunteer to get an exclusive behind-the-scenes experience into one of golf's most fun and action-packed major championships. Limited volunteer opportunities remain, so please visit srpga.com for more details. We look forward to seeing you at Harbor Shores May 22nd through the 26th.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
When you want to know Southwest Michigan's business, you can find it at moodyonthemarket.com and the Moody on the Market app. Our team of contributors always on it, telling you all these great stories that's going on in our community. And you can check out our Moody on the Move series, which is awesome. Pat Moody hanging out at Niles Screen Park this month. You can see past episodes as well. We do need nominations for Bold Women of Business, one of our many great awards in our awards series. Go nominate someone now at moodyonthemarket.com and the app. Your update brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
Anyone who supports the fight against cancer is invited to join the Berrien County Cancer Service from 6 to 8 p.m. on Thursday, October 12th. They are gathering at Lazy Ballerina Winery at 321 State Street, St. Joe, for a cocktail party to increase awareness of breast cancer and to celebrate another successful year for the BCCS Pink Toilet fundraiser campaign.
Fun.
A pink toilet.
I love these pink toilets.
Yeah.
So the pink party is going to happen, and Lazy Ballerina is going to feature a pink outfit contest, pink candle making with my MI Candle Company. They're going to have a scavenger hunt for prizes, raffles, and more. Now, entry is a donation of $10 per person, which includes a raffle ticket, food from Cafe Tosi, and a scavenger hunt along with some pink toilet fun. Now, Whirlpool has donated the top prize of a $900 retail Whirlpool top load heavy duty washer.
Wow.
Dang.
That's nice. That is nice. You can get more information on this. The Berrien County Cancer Service has been making a difference in the lives of people with cancer since 1948. BCCS mission is to provide compassionate in-home skilled nursing care and supportive resources for those affected by cancer or related illnesses here in Southwest Michigan. All services are at no cost to cancer patients in Berrien County, no matter where they're receiving treatment. So this fundraiser is happening. It's for a good cause, and you can get more information about it on our website at moodyonthemarket.com.
I love the idea of toilet fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love a good toilet. I know the folks at City Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning spent a lot of time painting those pink toilets years ago.
Oh.
That, I'm glad they're getting some good use and raising some good money for a great organization. So,
very nice.
Check that out at moodyonthemarket.com and the Moody on the Market app. Your update brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles. Coming up here in just a few minutes, catch you up with sports, news, and a whole lot more. It's the Morning Show on 94.9 WSJM.
We're watching over you. IMS Insurance Management Service.
Sometimes rates go up a little bit, and
all right.
You a betting man?
Yeah. What am I betting on?
What do we think? Government shutdown or not? We haven't talked
Saturday,
about it.
right?
Well, excuse me. Saturday's the last fiscal day of the year. So if they don't get it done by midnight, technically the federal government goes into shutdown mode. But they still have really all day Sunday because it's a Sunday, October 1. And we'll see if they get a deal or not.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I would bet that there will be one, but it will only be for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Like a week, maybe two.
Just enough to screw things
but
up.
Just, a 2-week government shutdown or a 2-day government shutdown really throws off a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Hoping that it doesn't happen, but I think it will.
I mean, for all intent and purpose, you do see things like Social Security checks, they still roll through.
Mhm.
Military paychecks, they still roll through for a period of time.
Yeah.
But if you're new to Social Security, if you want to sign up, if you want to get your stuff changed, if you unfortunately have somebody dying, you need to start collecting their benefit, there's nobody there to answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
It causes a lot of problems. The red tape, the bureaucracy is a mess.
Will I still get my mail?
That's a good question. I have to remember. I can't remember if they do that or not.
I
Because
think
they're
that's if it-
quasi.
Yeah.
So
But
I don't-
all the parks are closed. All of the museums.
That's the funny thing is sometimes they close the parks, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And it's funny when they close the parks, it's like it's a park.
Right.
You had to hire somebody to close the gate. Just keep the gate open.
Right. Exactly.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. Like,
It's
and
nature.
you want people to enjoy the national parks of the United States, and then they're like, but not during this time. Yeah, we're gonna not yet.
Yeah.
Not right now.
So anyway, we're watching that. We're gonna try to hook up with one of our lawmakers from the area and see what they're hearing in Washington right now.
Yeah, because it's especially our representatives, because that's where the a lot of
blockade
the
is
big
right now.
hang up is
Yep.
happening. So yeah,
And
they
it's all
can-
in the Republican side.
Yeah.
The what they're called either the extremes or the very far right are saying, hey, no, we need more spending cuts, more spending cuts, more spending cuts. And to me, it just seems disingenuous that you cause the shutdown because you have the whole rest of the year to go through and do your check and balance to
Yeah.
say, all right, let's propose this, where are the votes for this? And if you don't have the votes, then you don't go forward.
It's like waiting, when especially college students or high school students, when you've got the whole entire semester, when they're like, you know what, this project is due, and that's your final exam. You just got to complete this project. That's all you got to do. And it's kind of like that with this, where they're like, hey guys, you have until the end of the fiscal year. Oh, well, that's not until October. That's fine. I'll put that off. Oh, we're going on summer vacation. Oh yeah. We still haven't talked about that one thing that's pretty important. Yeah, we'll wait until we come back.
Yeah.
And still not figured out yet.
And from a messaging standpoint, the other party, the party of the president, Democrats will say, look, you gave Republicans the House majority and they can't govern.
Mhm.
And so the president this week will, on the one hand, be saying, hey, we've got to get auto workers, either the benefits or get them back to work. On the other hand, he'll say, and, we got to get the government running again. But if things aren't running, if the cars aren't running and the government isn't running, what do you do?
What if the government workers decided to go on strike?
Ooh.
They're like government shutdown, but you know what? They're like, yeah, we're going to shut down. Oh yeah, we're done with the shutdown. And you're like, no, you're not. We're not going back.
Yeah, unless you guys guarantee a non-stoppage of payment.
Right. You decided to take a few weeks off of us not being paid. Now we're going to do the same to you. That would be interesting.
They used to have proposals floated every now and again. They weren't incredibly popular, but the proposal was if Congress didn't get its work done in time for the fiscal year, they wouldn't get paid.
Oh, yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to the show here. But we're just about wrapping up our live stream. But we'll get you the news.
St. Joseph, depend on us. The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Oh man, almost 8 o'clock. Look at that.
Where does the time go?
It's I don't know. It goes forward, I think.
Oh.
Cloudy today, 50-50 chance we might have some rain and some storms, high 75. Later tonight, clouds and a 60% chance for some rain and storms, low down to 60. We've had an interesting day today. Lots of different news things going on. We still got more stuff to talk about later. But there was at one point for about a hot minute.
Yeah, at least 15 minutes.
There was people without power.
And now they're back.
And now we think most of it is back. But then we've got storms coming in. So maybe who knows, maybe that'll cause some power outages. So it's going to be an interesting day today, I think.
Yeah.
If you're watching on our live stream, we're giving you an extended look of what's happening behind the scenes. We're not wearing matching shirts today. We're
Kinda
not
looks
matching
like it, though,
colors.
almost, yeah.
At one point, I was like, "Is your shirt gray?" No, it's like a bluish gray thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's right. But it looks gray on TV.
You don't have
the
the
web stream
You don't
or
have the
whatever it
weird
is.
lines. You got some
No.
lines, but you don't have the weird lines.
I've
on
been
there.
avoiding that shirt.
All right.
I may wear it again just for fun.
People are like, "Who cares? Just wear clothes, man." All right. Well, lots going on in the news. Let's find out what's happening. WSJM News brought to you by our friends at City Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, the crew in blue, keeping you in your comfort zone since 1902.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom on Ken Lundberg, Michigan State Police Major Crimes Unit was busy in our area over the weekend, and a lot of people heard the activity, primarily the sounds of helicopters overhead. Public Information Officer Lieutenant Duane Robinson says the Major Crimes Unit went into the Benton Harbor area over the weekend to conduct patrols, and they asked the Aviation Unit for aerial support.
In case someone ran from them on foot or someone fled in a vehicle, we would have aerial support identifying the location where these people may have run to.
Robinson says several suspects did attempt to escape from officers during the weekend action, and aerial support helped in locating the fleeing individuals. Robinson also says they'll use the tactic again, but he won't say when.
There was some success in terms of locating those that decided to run from us during this detail. And so we feel like it's a benefit to have them going forward.
Robinson says this was an unusual activity for the area. It doesn't happen often, but it's not uncommon for bigger cities like Detroit, Flint, and Saginaw. So Robinson says they'll probably do it again soon. The St. Joseph City Commission delayed action again, refusing to take a vote on whether to sell the Curious Kids Museum property to museum operators. Prior to Monday's meeting, the nonprofit Curious Kids Museum offered $500,000 to buy the building that they're in, with the promise to invest millions of dollars to curate a world-class children's museum in St. Joseph. City officials countered with a contingency that includes a first right of refusal provision to buy the building back from the museum if they change their plans. At Monday's meeting, Museum Director Lori Marciniak told the commission that the city's contingency provision amounts to a poison pill for both fundraising and for financing.
The CCM Board of Directors does not agree to enter into a land contract for the purchase of Memorial Hall due to the financing restrictions of the land contract and the immediate termination of the lease, posing a risk of losing the current lease.
Commissioners resisted voting without Commissioner Mike Sorolla, who has been absent from the last several meetings, and instead suggested moving the issue to October 9, when Sorolla is expected to return. Mayor Laura Goose suggested a work session take place before the October 9 meeting to consider an idea that was offered during public comment that would combine the Curious Kids Museum with the Discovery Zone at Shadowland. Director Marciniak had previously stated that the concept of moving the museum to a multi-use vertical space has proven problematic at other museums that have attempted the same thing. If you're in downtown Watervliet this weekend, you might notice the mayor, the school superintendent, and other local dignitaries sitting on the roof of Mr. Clean's at the intersection in town. It's a fundraising effort for Amanda Goss and her family. Event organizer Angie Roberts tells us that Amanda has been battling cancer for 9 years, and it's taken an emotional toll and a financial toll on the family.
With all of the stressors in their life, financials should not be something they have to worry about on top of cancer. So a few of us joined together just to try to raise some money to help them out. And the only thing we can think of doing. And so we went with a roof sit.
Roberts tells us she and her friends were trying to come up with something to do to help the Goss family, especially because Amanda is such a giving and generous person.
She never stops giving. She also is the first one to volunteer to help on when people need help. Also, she even coaches her little girls in their sports. Like, while she's doing all this, I mean, it's hard enough for anybody to do those things.
The Roof Sit event is this Sunday at Mr. Clean's in downtown Watervliet at the only stoplight in town. It runs from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. The day starts with Mayor Dea Muth sitting on the roof, and local dignitaries will continue to help throughout the day. You can stop by and donate, or there is a GoFundMe as well. For more information, you can look at our website.
All right. We'll definitely have to check that out. Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll check you into the locker room with Dave Wolf. He'll tell you about what's going on in the sports ball, but let's find out what's happening around the nation and the world with ABC News.
President Biden in Wayne, Michigan today, joining the UAW picket line against the big three automakers. ABC's Ike Ajachi says it's thought to be the first time in living memory that a current
You had other news. You had other news items.
I had
to
other
get to.
news I was going to get to.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
That's all right.
You gave me a pause.
You were like, well, I know you know about Water Elite.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, maybe he wants to talk about Water Elite.
Yeah. I know Amanda. Yeah, I know about Water Elite, but I also know, Amanda is amazing. Just a really awesome person. But yeah, she's had to go through all kinds of different things, but still has good spirits.
Had a great conversation with the event organizers, and I asked that very question of, tell me about Amanda. So if you want to see that, you can check out our Facebook, and the full interview is up there.
All right, we'll definitely check that out. What was your other news item?
I was going to talk about the other helicopters that were flying around.
Let's hold on. Let's talk about that in just a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's another thing to get to that we haven't had a deeper conversation about.
Helicopters in general.
Well, yeah, just helicopters in general. Because I saw a helicopter over the weekend too.
You did?
But it was over in Ann Arbor.
Oh, that's right.
So for
that's
the
right.
flyover,
for the big house thing, yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But that's about does it for our live stream. Thank you so much for those watching.
And let us know what you
hanging
think.
out with us.
If you ever want to let us know what you think, either registered on Facebook or
like about the show.
Yeah. Or about anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I always want news tips.
You're opening up the whole kind of bag
Anything
of tricks,
you want
man.
to talk about.
All right. Well, we'll talk again to you guys on the live stream. We'll do that tomorrow. So you have a great day, and stay out of the rain. You might need the raincoat today because it is going to be stormy.
I didn't bring mine.
Oh, all right. Well, good luck to you.
All right.
I've got my car umbrella, but it's in my car. So that's another thing to deal with.
Your car needs to stay dry.
All right. Have a good day now.
Thanks.